Welcome back to the Evansville Otters pregame show. I'm Mike Radomski. It's time now for the player's perspective as we sit down with Evansville Otters pitcher Chad Edwards. Chad, first off, thanks for joining us. Your professional debut yesterday, you threw 3 2/3 innings, only allowed a hit. Tell us about it.
You know, I came out, and I'm used to being a starter, so coming out of the pen's a little bit different for me. I was a starter at school for pretty much all 4 years that I was there, and it's a whole different mindset when you're coming out of the pen like that. And I came out, and it kind of came out in the starting situation. Came in after that home run. There wasn't any runners on, so I didn't have to worry about giving up somebody else's runs. And so I got to start out of the windup like normal. So it was just kind of like the beginning of another inning. And at first I was a little nervous, and kind of left the ball off that first hitter, and he hit a double. And after that, kind of settled down because not much worse could happen.
What was that your mindset after you allowed the double? Nothing can get worse than this, and you just found your groove?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, Get that first hit out of your way. Like you said, it's my debut, and, the nerves after that kind of settled down because, it was either bear down and get an out or, have another bad pitch, get hit like it did before.
When you got the call to warm up in the bullpen, describe the feelings that you were experiencing.
It was just pure adrenaline. My arm wasn't too loose when I first stood up, but it's probably the quickest I've ever gotten loose in my life, and that's all it is, just pure adrenaline running through you, and it just kind of takes over from there. And to be honest with you, I didn't have time to get too nervous until I actually stepped out on the mound and started throwing my warm-up pitches in the game because everything went so quick that, I couldn't even think about anything.
Chad Edwards joining us here on the Player's Perspective. How about the call that you got? You were at Middle Tennessee State. You come to the tryout here in Evansville. You get the call from Wayne Krenchicki. What was that like?
It was real thrilling. I mean, when he called me, I was actually driving to St. Louis to try out for the Grizzlies, and he called me about 10 minutes outside of St. Louis. I was going up there to stay with a teammate from college that lives up there, and I went ahead and stayed the night with him because I wasn't that far away. But he called me and told me that, and at first I didn't have many words for him because I was kind of shocked. I wasn't really expecting that call at that time, and it was a great opportunity, and it didn't take me long to tell him that I was going to turn around and come right back here.
It's everyone's dream to go be a professional baseball player from the time you're in Little League all the way on through. How about Mom and Dad, because they were there since Little League?
Oh yeah, they've hardly missed any of my games. Of course, being away at college, it kind of slowed them down to come into some of them, but they've been there right through the good times and the bad times with me, and they were the first person I called. And Dad, I can't decide if I was more excited or he was for me. So.
You mentioned college. You played your ball at Middle Tennessee State. You were a starter there. What was your college life playing professional baseball back at school?
Back at school, it's, you got to juggle school and baseball, and, it's pretty like a nonstop schedule from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed at night. And life back in Murfreesboro is a little bit busier. It's a little bit bigger of a city. There's a lot of people there, and I kind of came from a little bit of a small town, and when I went down there, it was a whole new world. And coming up here to play for the Otters, it's still another big city, but luckily I've got friends, and my girlfriend's actually here in Evansville too. So it's kind of like a home away from home here, and the guys on the team are helping me fit in good, and they're talking to me, and especially after throwing like I did yesterday, a little more welcoming. And, it's just a heck of an opportunity, and I can't wait to throw some more.
Now, when you came here, you were the first player that comes to the team in a while. All of a sudden, there's 3 more guys after you. Did you even get the experience of being the new guy on the team?
They messed with me for the first 2 days, and then we brought those other guys in. So I didn't really get the full experience of being the new guy. But once they brought those other guys in, they all came up and they gave me a high five, like, "You're not the new guy anymore. We got somebody else to pick on." And so, I got a little bit of it, but it wasn't too bad.
And how about going on from here, because you had a great debut? Sometimes players say it's what you've done lately in the game. What do you expect to do from here on out with the Evansville Otters?
Hopefully I don't do anything less than what I did yesterday. I go out there every time trying to, do my best and throw my best. And, of course, you're not going to have it as a starter or a reliever pitching-wise every day. And, that's the thing that keeps you going, though. Those days that you don't have something, you figure something out. You make those adjustments to make sure you keep your team in the ball game, not let the game get too far out of hand.
A lot of players often say they'll go to the gym on their off days or they'll go run on their off days. As a reliever, you sometimes can't do that now.
Yeah, as a reliever, you got to pretty much be ready to go, anytime, any day. And, you can't really go run a lot or do a lot of lifting like that to wear yourself down before a game like this, because especially out here in this hot weather and humidity, which it's not going to be too bad today, but, the past few days we've had, upper 90s with a heat index up into 105 or so, and you can just sit out there and it'll wear on you. So you can't really do too much before a game. And, you just got to adjust and figure out what you got to do, keep your arm in shape, keep your body loose to be ready whenever you get that call from the pen.
Chad, congrats on the professional debut and best of luck the rest of the season.
All right, appreciate it.
That was Chad Edwards, the pitcher for the Evansville Otters, here on the Player's Perspective, and we'll be right back on the Evansville Otters pregame show right after this.